answer questions, right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Washington Redskins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And just to put everyone on notice, that is his 1,199th catch. So the next one, that'll be 1,200 for his career. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
47. 56, the mic, boy. 56. Check 56. You don't know no better. We're going to 53. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were BlacKvHawK's last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion, and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch safety creep. Watch out. Safety's creeping.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a run with Geis, and he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
56. Mike, 56.
Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. It's got to go 47. That's got to be a long day. Watch the whip. Showing it. We're going to 54. 26.
First down, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott to throw it. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. We're going to 53. Check 4. Here go 46. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Check. Check 3.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here we go. Hey, that was 54, right? 56.
On first down, this is Geis trying to run inside, but nothing there. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 16.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins 7, Cowboys 0.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trent Sherfield, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for, and
taken. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a run with Anderson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready. Hey, let's get in horse. Man left, man left. You got three down. Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 12 yards brings up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Anderson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And a short gain down to about the 33. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 55.
Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Trent Sherfield with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it up.
They'll run with Geis. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Austin. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rush. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Redskins 27.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They run. Anderson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Let's go. 15, 1, 51.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? On third and goal, Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Anderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Rush. forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Fielded at the 33. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No chance.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
The pass on 1st down.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike 54. Mike 54. They go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 37.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Anderson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Anderson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They run it again with Anderson. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 14. Now Anderson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Guy stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rush. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And shutting him off, now open field. Still fighting for more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Here we go. Hey, level 54. In your face. Shift. Watch the shift.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Getting the call is Anderson running left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they'll wrap up the campaign and impress